Hello guys, my name is Sam and welcome back to the dark side of YouTube, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to use DPS meters in Star Wars The Old Republic, so sit back, relax, because this video is about to get awesome. Alrighty then folks, I'm sure that you have already noticed that I do have an overlay up here, which is currently running from a program called StarParse, which is the program that I'm going to be asking you guys to download in this video, because this is the program that is going to measure your DPS, your whole group's DPS, and tell you a lot of cool things about what you are doing in combat. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that you are in game, go over to your preferences, go over to this combat login tab in your preferences and make sure that this box here called enable combat login to file is checked. So just make sure you have it checked, press apply, press OK, and then you should be good to go. There should be no need for you to restart your game, but if it doesn't work later on, then just restart and then that should fix it. If not, just leave a comment and I'll try and help you out. But you should be pretty much good to go just from doing that. And then the next thing you want to do is visit the link in the description, which will be titled Exhale's StarParse. And then just make sure you go over and download that, get it installed, and then once you have it installed and run it, you will see this box here, which is Exhale's StarParse, and it's going to tell you a lot of cool stuff about what you do in combat, all the way from the damage that you do, the abilities you used, how much damage each ability did. Now I know not everybody wants that kind of information, most people just want a DPS meter to refer to so that they can see whether they're doing good or not, and this is still going to deliver that for you. So once you have everything done, what I just mentioned, what you want to do is have your StarParse open, and then you want to click on this button here. You can see once I clicked it, then it went grayed out, so this means it's off. So you want to click on Pass, it's going to go green, and then from here you want to click on Interface, and then it's going to bring up this drop down box, and we'll refer to some of these other ones later, don't worry. And you want to click on Personal Stats. Now obviously if I click it, it's going to remove it. If I click it again, it's going to bring it back up, this box here. Now it should just stick to your screen. I don't know if it's going to bug for you in full screen. I haven't actually tried that, and I don't really like doing that with my monitor because all my icons freak out. So you'll have to experiment with that yourself. However, I am using full screen windowed and I never have a problem with it, apart from when I put it on a different monitor. But other than those things, this is a really handy thing for me to use, especially for my guild as well, doing hard mode raids and progression. And you can also adjust this, so you can have it like really big or really small, depending on how big you want it, of course. You know, just do it to your own liking. And you can also click on these buttons here, so there's a plus and a minus. You can hear me spamming that click there. And so if you press the plus, it's going to fill in the background a little bit for you. It's just to make the numbers a little bit clearer, or you can make it completely transparent, just like this, so it's not really bothering with your immersion of colors on screen, I guess. So yes, I will do a little example for you now. So we are currently passing. You can see that here we're in pass mode, and we have our overlay on, and then this is hopefully going to tell us our DPS. Now of course it is. So to just do a little example for you here, I have no buffs on this dummy, so my DPS is probably going to look absolutely terrible, and I've already messed up my opener. That's fine, this is just an example for you. And there we go, you can see the numbers on screen up here. 6.8k that went up to. That's absolutely awful, Sam. And it is literally as simple as that when it comes to just passing for yourself, and then you can go back into the program StarParse here and you can refer back to everything that you did. So you've got your overview tab here, your damage tab here, and your healing tab, damage taken, healing taken, the combat log itself, so you can see everything that you did. And there's also the raid tab, which is for when you're in a group pass, which is what we are going to move on to now. And what's also cool is if you look at the bottom left here, if you've been in multiple fights, then you can check how much DPS you did in each of those fights by clicking on a different one. So you can see here, Operations Training Dummy, tell you the time that I did it, and then later on I did it again. You can see the different time here, it'll tell you how much DPS that you did. So it is a very cool program to use. It is definitely very handy, especially if like trying to look at what you did wrong, or if you did better the last time around and how you can improve. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go into a group pass, which is something that this program can do. As you can see here, there is another button next to passing called raid. Now before you can actually use the raid pass, you need to join a group in StarParse. Now to do this, you just need to click on this raiding tab here, and then you want to go to settings. You can see mine is currently set to SWTORfamily, and what you want to do from here is just create your own group. So go to where it says name, and for this one we'll just put SWTOR Central, and then for the password we'll have 1234 A's, and then for the admin password we'll do the same thing but backwards, just because I guess if you want to join this group that's absolutely fine. And then just click create group, and then that's it, done. So that's how you create a group. How to join a group is basically you do the same thing again. You ask the person who owns the group, what's the name, then you put in the name, and then you put in the password for the group, and then you click the join group instead. And then once you have done this, you'll have an option in the drop down here from raiding to join that group or currently be participating in that group. And then once you've done that, obviously I'm on Swtorfamily, you can click on the raid button, which is going to connect you to the group so that you can see everybody in the group and how much DPS they're doing and healing and threat and that kind of cool thing. So as you can currently see here in the Swtorfamily group, we have Swaggycarp, Star Wars Central, which is me, and Telly San, which is Telly the pleb. So what we want to do now is just get rid of this personal stats overlay because we don't want to use that one anymore. What you want to do is you want to go back to interface here, just click on the drop down, and you want to click on raid damage. And you're going to see a new one pop up. So make sure you adjust it. And you can see my name here, the amount of DPS I've previously done. And then you can also add raid healing. I'll just drag that over. It's just coming from my other monitor. There we go. I can adjust that as well. Oh, it's freaking out. Get over here. There it is. It's gone really tiny, look. There we go. And I can just pop that there on screen, just nice and neat and tidy and out the way. And then also raid threat. This can be quite an important one, especially with the boss fights where the boss is just going to pretty much insta-kill you if you get the threat. So yes, we have raid threat, raid damage, and raid healing. So now anybody who is currently in this group, when they enter combat, all of their DPS, their threat gained, and their healing done is going to appear in these boxes. And this is how people do like hard mode raids and nightmare raids and that kind of thing, so they can see how much DPS everybody is doing, how well the group is doing, and see where improvements need to be made. Okay, so I did get my buddy over here who is the ultimate pleb Telly. You guys know Telly, you've seen him before, and we're just going to do a little example for you, and we're both just going to attack this dummy and show you that you can see each other's DPS. Okay, so let's just jump in there, get this thing going. Both going to start doing some damage, and then you can see Mark's DPS, or also known as Telly, is popping up in the top right there along with mine. And that is pretty much it when it comes to just joining a group and having your overlays up and ready. Just do those things that I have shown you so far. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to show you, Mark is just going to keep attacking the dummy there in the background apparently, but that's completely fine. The next one that we're going to do here is timers. Now, I won't go into this in too much depth because it is fairly simple to do, and there is already built-in timers. As you can see here, for Dread Palace, Bestia arrives, Bestia last monster, Bestia soft in rage. Now, basically what these are, if you go back to interface and you click on combat timers, it will bring up a new overlay for you, which is this one here. It's going to have like a timer up already, which is just basically how long you've been in combat for. But the built-in timers here on this tab are going to actually give you a clear indication of when something is going to happen. So let's say, and in Rage for example, on the combat timers it will come up saying Bestia is about to enrage, so you need to, that's obviously going to be like a very clear warning to you that you need to DPS more and kill Bestia before she enrages and kills you. Although Bestia's enrage is all of the ads coming in, but that's kind of besides the point. But what else you can do with timers is you can actually make your own. So let's say that you're in a spec which requires the use of a dot. So let's just say scrap a scoundrel for example here, and you have to keep the dot up on your scoundrel. Then you can put in a name here, let's just say dot refresh or something like that. And then you can tell it to trigger on ability activated, and then you can do it for a boss as well, but you don't really need to do it for a boss. And then you can put the name of the ability. I've completely forgotten the name of the one on the Scoundrel Scrapper. I think it's Vital Shot, so I'll just put that for example. So just make sure that you've got the correct name in there. And then the duration is basically going to be how long this timer lasts for. So let's say if you need to reapply your dot in 7 seconds, then just go ahead and put 7 in there, and then put cancel on when combat finished, so you don't have to keep seeing your combat timer when you're not in combat. Now you want to make sure that you've got display checked, and you can choose a color for it. Just go with like a bright color, I guess. I'll just choose whatever color you want. And you can also set a sound for it, okay, which is pretty freaking cool. So if you don't really want to keep looking at your overlay, then you can set a sound. So a sound is going to pop up like a Jawa saying Utini or something, and that's basically just letting you know that you need to refresh your dot. Now I'm sure I probably could have explained some of this a lot better, but I'm not always great at explaining things. Anyways though, this is all completely easy to use. It might look threatening and different, but I promise you it's very easy to get to grips with. And I mean, to be fair, if I can figure it out, anyone can figure it out. Now I think that's pretty much going to be it for what I'm going to show you in this video. But I guess something worth mentioning is going to be the fact that you can open up a previous combat log if you really want to, or somebody else can send you a combat log that you can look at and refer to if you really want to go that in depth. You can also upload your parse logs to a website where you can actually, I guess, compete with other people and see who's got the highest DPS, or maybe just claim to be the best on your server or something like that. It's a pretty cool thing to do, I guess, if you're into that sort of thing. Okay, so yeah, I think that's going to be it for this video. Thank you all for watching. I'm sorry if this wasn't really that helpful or explained well for you, but like I said, it is easy to use, and I promise you will get used to it. It is very, very user-friendly, don't worry. Okay, let's end the video now. Thank you all for watching. I hope this video does help you, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. Make sure you smash that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and I will catch you guys in the next one.